The city slept, a slumber enforced by fear than endurance. A scraping sound, faint but distinct, cut through the quiet. I turned, heart-pounding, scanning the rooftop. The source, the satellite dish, bolted securely to the chimney stack. It was shifting, rotating slightly as if pushed by the wind, but the air was still, eerily so. The scraping came again, louder now, accompanied by a metallic groan. The dish jerked, a full foot this time, rotating further than its bracket should have allowed. My breath caught in my throat. This was no wind. This was something else. Night after night, the phenomena continued. The scraping, the groaning, the impossible movements of the dish. It became a macabre dance, a silent spectacle performed for an audience of one me. Sleep became elusive, replaced by a gnawing dread that intensified with each passing hour. I told myself it was the wind, a trick of the light, anything but what my gut screamed at me. But deep down, I knew. There was something else on that rooftop with me, something unseen, something sinister. Fear, like a virus, spread through the building. Whispers of the haunted rooftop started to circulate.
Imagination running wild.
The building owner, a stoic man, hardened by years of dealing with tenant complaints, dismissed it as imagination running wild. But even he couldn't deny the evidence. One evening, he accompanied me to the rooftop. We stood there, side by side, as the dish creaked and swayed, his face, usually so impassive, contorted with a mixture of fear and disbelief. He had no explanation, no words of comfort. We were all out of our depth. The following morning, a discovery chilled me to the bone. Footprints, small, child-sized footprints, imprinted in the thin layer of dust that had settled on the rooftop. But the rooftop door had been locked. There was no way in or out. The footprints led to the base of the satellite dish and stopped abruptly. It was as if whatever had made those prints had vanished into thin air. The fear that had been a simmering unease now exploded, gripping me in its icy claws. We huddled that night, a small group of us, residents drawn together by shared terror.
It's just a prank, a cruel joke.
But the words rang hollow, even to his own ears. We all knew deep down that this was something else entirely.
Maybe we should call a priest. Or a paranormal investigator?
But who were we kidding? What good were prayers and ghost detectors against something we didn't understand? Something that defied all logic and reason. The nights that followed were a blur of sleepless dread. Every creak of the building, every gust of wind against the windows sent shivers down my spine. The rooftop, once my sanctuary, was now a source of terror, a constant reminder of the unseen entity that shared our space. The lockdown, once a source of frustration, now felt like a perverse blessing. At least, within the confines of my apartment, I had the illusion of safety, but the fear followed me everywhere, seeping into my waking thoughts and haunting my dreams.
We gotta get rid of it. That dish, it's gotta go. It's attracting whatever's out there.
One resident, a burly man named John, who usually kept to himself, had finally had enough. His words, born of desperation, resonated with the rest of us. We knew logically that it made no sense. But logic had long since abandoned us. We were clinging to straws, grasping at any hope of reclaiming our peace of mind.